Hello, and welcome to another episode of Gender Spat, a program that discusses relationship, its issues and challenges, and of course the ideologies of people keeping relationship in and outside marriage. Today we'll be discussing more on the effect of cheating in relationship. I am Hassan Abdusalam, and already I have my wonderful gender squad in the studio. You're welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yes. Last episode, we started the issue of effects of cheating in a relationship, and we talked about the damage it has on self-esteem. We also talked about violence. We talked about emotional roller coaster. Yes, and I believe we still have much more effects it has.
True.
Yes. So, okay, can you give us anyone?
Okay. One of the effects that I think cheating has on an individual, be it especially the victim, the person being cheated on, is drug abuse. Most times, some people take to drug abuse, and over time they become addicted to it.
To the drug.
To the drug. For instance, I am not the type that takes drugs before, and then I have committed so much into my relationship, and I found out that my spouse has been deceiving me all this while. He's actually seeing someone else. Not that they are seeing someone else. I found out that this relationship has been on for a while, and then you keep promising me, you keep telling me about, So I just want to get my head around everything that has happened so far in the relationship that I felt was going to a particular destination of my dreams. And it's it seemed to me that I've been living a lie. And then I want to clear my head. I want to do anything that will make me just lessen the pain I'm feeling at that time. And then I could take to drug, taking some of these. It could be cigarettes, it could be alcohol, but something that
you have not been taking
that
before?
I have not been taken before.
So
yes.
you decide, you go and ask people to tell you how they can.
No,
you can get.
no. Most cases, when someone finds himself or herself in such situations, they get away from everything that reminds them of that person first.
Okay.
And getting away from there, you don't feel like going to see a friend because you don't want to talk about it. You don't know what to say. And so you want to go somewhere that you could listen to music, and that rings a bell. Like I could just go to a beer parlor.
Why don't you just continue to listen to that music if that music will give you calmness? It's all over.
At
that point,
No, from my own
actually, you're not really looking for music, because if you listen to music, it keeps reminding you
reminds
of the
you.
good time, and the fact that the good time is not here anymore. You understand? So sometimes you don't ask anybody to help you deal with that kind of issue. Yeah, you just sit down and want to do something that will give you closure.
Yeah.
Understand? And then perhaps from volume 5 to make you sleep to
you upgrade.
To something else.
Yes.
And that makes you forget, and things like that.
Because me, I'm thinking, if somebody is used to take alcohol, maybe on occasions, just for the trip, just maybe a social drinker, somebody who drinks on occasion. And for somebody like that, if that person finds himself heartbroken, it's just like upping up, somebody that just takes one bottle a week because of the heartbreak and the pain. That person can just go to beer parlor and drink like 5 cigarettes. In fact, the person tells himself that I'm going to go and get drunk so that I don't remember this pain. So it's a choice people make to just go and get drunk. You understand?
It varies from person to person, because some people they could feel they would take solace in just drinking.
Yeah.
Some others they feel they take solace in screaming.
For some that
they just go somewhere they want to scream.
They want to do something. For some that smoke, maybe occasional 3-4 sticks a day. If they have that kind of situation, they might they might just go and lock themselves up and get packs and packs of cigarettes. Chain smoking from this and just to
ease the
tension.
Yes.
But what I don't understand is somebody who has never taken any drug without anybody telling you. Probably I've seen a situation in secondary school. We just came back to school. This girl was our schoolmate, and then when we came back from holidays, we realized that she's been sleeping. So, and then she was taken to the hospital. She like slept for like 3 or 4 days non-stop. So she was taken to the hospital, and then the doctor said she has taken like 5 or 6 billion, 5 or something. And the story we had was that uh, her boyfriend cheated her, and she found out on the day that she was supposed to return to school. I mean, a day before she returned to school, so she took Valium. So it's somebody that has an idea of a drug that can take tension, or that can make you that can make you sleep. You understand? That will now resort to taking a particular drug. But I don't think it's advisable or it's wise for somebody that is not taking all these drugs because of a heartache or whatever to just go to the chemist or go to where they give me this drug. How do you know which one you take?
But that is the effect of the moment. You understand?
Yes.
Sometimes you just watch it on a movie. Somebody went through the same situation that you.
Exactly.
Is it your friend will advise you?
Some people do. Some they give
some
advice.
People, because that's the reason why I said there are some situations when you find yourself, don't even get close to anybody unless you know. Look, among our friends, we know those ones that will bring us back to track when we are going astray. Like I have some friends that there's this my particular friend. If something is so confusing and I'm destabilized and disturbed, I will not see her in the next like 1 year. But once she sees me, she knows that something is very, very. She will put me back to my senses. Now we have friends like that. When certain things, I mean, I advise everybody to have that kind of friend. That friend might be somebody who is older than you, who has seen more of reality, and who knows you, who has your best interest at heart. You understand? So when you have that kind of confusing situation, and life can throw away anything at any moment. So when you have that kind of situation, find that either a brother or a sister or a friend or even a colleague that those persons have their reality check. There are people who can bring you back to track. If you are in that moment of destruction and you go and find a friend that will take you to beer parlor or tell you take this drug, you know that you are messing up.
But then we have to realize the fact that at that kind of moment,
you want to be crazy.
You are not thinking in the normal way
you think.
That is the effect
that is
of
what
the situation that affects
like
you.
You're in a moment of deranged.
Yes, you just don't know what
your action is not normal. So sometimes you just go do things that you think you just want to die.
You know something. But you won't just die. You won't just go.
No, that is what I'm saying.
No, a lot
Some
of people
will
die
say,
as a result
I just
of
want
that.
to die.
I know
I just want to sleep.
No, I think those people
on herself.
Those people, you see, when you go through life, it's very important, viewers. It's very important to know that life can throw on your side anything, and it's very important for you to know that whatever it is, you have a responsibility to yourself. You have a responsibility to humanity, and you are not going to benefit anything if just one person makes you so angry, cheats on you, and you decide to end your life, or you decide to do something dangerous to your life. Yes, the reality is that we should always do a reality check on our personality and on our sanity. It's very important. That is the reason why you see, if people are heartbroken at the younger age, it's very easy for them to pass through life as matured people. If you break the heart of a woman at 40 or at 50 or a man at 40, it's very difficult. So I advise everybody to get heartbroken as early as 2025. Yes, because so that you will have the tools to be able to face your heart, and without you being damages so many things.
So in other
I
words,
know
you're
a man.
saying-
Yeah, I know
in other
a
words,
man.
Hajiya,
I know
in
a
other words, you are
45-year-old
saying
man.
that when you begin a relationship, you
Yes.
should table your birth certificates and then certificate of heartbreak.
So that you can get enough heartbreaks, so that then you learn a lesson that will
use them
make in future. Yes.
Yeah.
You can't be. You see, you can't be a ship captain until you have been a sailor. You cannot be completely happy until you have been heartbroken.
You cannot actually dodge an iceberg until you have hit one.
Yes, the reality is,
Well,
in one form of relationship or the other, heartbreak does a lot of things in making you matured, making you face other relationships, face your life. So let me tell you, have you ever seen somebody who has been heartbroken once? Whatever he takes, whether he took drug or whatever, that the second heartbreak will come and then you still shake? Nobody shakes after the second heartbreak. Now, the reality is that drug is not a substitute for heartbreak. I tell you, everybody needs a heartbreak once in their lifetime.
Let's talk about this heartbreaking issue.
Okay.
Once in a lifetime. I think a situation where
And it mostly
virtually
come
everybody
by cheating. Mostly, how do you say you are heartbroken?
Hajiya,
You
it
have
must not
cheated,
come
or
through
she has
cheating.
cheated. Something
You
has
understand?
happened like close to cheating.
Sometimes when you pass through life as a young person, there's always this crushes that you have on people.
Yeah.
And when you don't have it, you feel heartbroken sometimes. You understand? Perhaps that will be the first point of heartbreak that you have in your life, and you go to manage it. But people that don't go through that might not necessarily have. I don't think everyone. But I don't think anyone needs to go through the culture of heartbreak once in a lifetime. You understand? I think people should understand that relationship is difficult. Issues can come. To be able to manage issues in relationship.
So they should understand the pros and
Yes.
cons of
Yes.
relationships.
Yes.
There are things
When you are
that
heartbroken,
you don't know when you don't
that's
experience them.
that's what I'm saying. It mustn't be
Yo,
heartbreak.
actually, experience is the best teacher, though.
See,
But
even
I think
if it
I am
mustn't
dancing
be
to.
heartbreak, even if it mustn't be heartbreak, but let's say we are discussing cheating, right? When, let's say, at the age of 20 or 25, you find out that your man or your woman has cheated on you. That roller coaster of emotion, that everything, you should be able to know that it is something that is bound to happen, and it has happened. That is not supposed to break you to pieces. It's supposed to hurt you. You are supposed to feel hurt for a certain period of time before the pain goes away. You understand? And you're supposed to come back stronger and better. Let me tell you, people that have experienced heartbreak at least once in their lifetime are better in relationships, are stronger in relationships, and they become philosophers. They can really actually make reference. And they can even tell you at the end, after maybe like 10 or 15 years, that yes, it was really my fault.
Yeah,
I mean, you can make some.
I think there are people that get married at 18.
Yes.
You understand? Without really going through heartbreak.
Yes.
And at the end of the day,
especially
they get,
women.
Yeah, they get so very learned on how to go about their relationship because of the fact that they've made a vow within them that look, I'll go through the patch ways. You understand? If it's bad, I'll dust myself and then hold his hand and move on. You understand? Holding his hand and moving on, you understand, is the lesson at that point in time. There are people that.
But you're talking about marriage. What of a relationship that is not marriage? Should you be somebody break your heart watching on you and then you still hold his hand and
there are relationships that goes for 5, 10, 7, 12, 15 years.
Let me tell you, you know what?
They break up and they come back.
You know why?
They break up
because
and
they
come
have
back
already
again.
made a decision. They have designed their life with that person inside. That is the reason. If I'm having a relationship for the fun of it, and if I'm having the relationship because I love you, and I feel you love me, and then we have something going between us, and then you cheat on me. Cheating on me, by the time I discover that, I know that this relationship is over. Most of the relationship that is not a marriage relationship, when there is cheating, it is mostly over. Even if it is not over, it will take some months or some 1-2 years before you realize that actually you really need each other, and you come to say I'm sorry and forgiveness and everything. But at that point, it ends. You are not even thinking of coming back. Then maybe something will bring you back, and then whatever. What I'm saying is this: if you know that this person, you have designed your life with him inside, as your partner at whatever. That is when, if cheating happens or things like this happen, you now pay, you cry, you do all, and then you dust up and then hold the person's hand, and you understand. But if you are in a situation whereby the relationship is not defined, there's no engagement, there's nothing. I mean, most people move on and forget about this.
That's a social contract.
Yes, you just move on.
We'll go on break now.
Right.
Yes. Viewers, we'll go on break now. We still have more for you. Please stay tuned. Welcome back. In case you're just joining us, this is Gender Spot, and we're discussing effects of cheating in relationship. Welcome back.
Thank you.
So the issue of this vengeance as an effect, one of the effects of cheating. I don't know. Maybe I will throw light on that.
Well, a lot of people, not everyone actually, always have the sense that whatever you did to me, I'll do back to you, so that you can feel what I felt when you did that to me at that point in time.
Yeah.
Especially in a relationship. There's a situation that happened a while ago, not too long ago, between a husband and a wife. They have a daughter, and the relationship has been frosty for a very long time. The only thing that both of them have a grip on is the child.
The daughter.
You understand? And when they finally decided to divorce,
Okay.
the only thing the husband felt he can hurt the woman with
Take the child.
Take the child. And the woman felt, okay, why should I allow my child to be with somebody that is not married, that does not even have a place to stay yet? You understand? She felt at this point in time, the court will be on my side. You understand? Justice will be on my side to have the custody of the child. So this kind of, I want to do to you what you did to me, so that I can exact some recompense. You understand?
Actually, it's paramount in relationships. Yes. But then, in my own opinion, I don't think vengeance will settle that, because it's as if two wrongs cannot make a right.
At that point in time, because it's not a normal situation, you understand, each and every one of them will always be thinking, okay, what I will do to you will make it right to me. I will feel happy. I will feel I did this to you, and you are hurting.
And I would be happy if I know that you are hurting, and I'm very sure wherever you are, you must be hurting.
But then when you
It
talk
might not
about
be like that.
vengeance,
It might not be true.
when you talk about vengeance, somebody, a partner, maybe the guy cheated on the girl.
She will cheat on him also with his friend.
Do you know that?
With his friend.
And it depends on who you cheat with.
Yes.
Now,
with his friend, and she will make sure that he knows about it. That is
the idea is, when you love someone and it comes to a point that you're getting separated, or you did something that would have made you people separated, you always want that person to remember you. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes
remember you painfully.
Yes, because of the pain the person inflicted on you. So anytime you see the person pass, maybe laughing with friends and you think that this
You
guy has forgotten about me. Nothing has happened.
No, but you see, actually, I believe in what you said.
You just want to see
there's this scenario when I will use myself as an example. Anytime I have a friction with my wife, and I am there fuming in anger, and she's there smiling, laughing,
and then you just feel,
is this woman not feeling what I am feeling?
Why did you feel what you are feeling?
As a man, when you enter the house and your wife is supposed to be, you're feeling anger, and you enter you enter your house, and your wife doesn't even give a second thought about it, and she's just smiling with the kids and the people around, and you feel alone. You want to do something,
and most times the tempo of the laughter even increases when they see you.
You go to the bedroom and stay for 2 hours, nobody enters. You leave the bedroom and you come back to the parlor and everybody is
enjoying and
doing their own thing.
You want to do something that will attract attention also.
You shout.
No, some don't shout. Some guys, they will just pick their phone. Hello, Lizzie. How far? You said you wanted to talk to me about. Oh, come on, don't be funny. You just
attention.
You want attention. Who is busy?
No, some wives can allow you have the Lizzie conversation, and then you get more angry.
This is for the purpose of vengeance. At that point, the woman, now for you to have done that, the woman feels like you are feeling what she's doing to you, so she may just want to eavesdrop on what you are saying, and then like, okay, she will now increase her own tempo. Junior, you are you see,
in that situation, it is Junior that will suffer at the end of the day. Because now the only time that your wife will give you attention is when you slap Junior. Okay, things like that.
No, let us talk about vengeance in cheating.
Yeah. See, I really want us to throw more light on that.
Let us talk about,
because when you talk about
vengeance on cheating, you see, it has its good side and it has its bad side. Now, if you resort to vengeance when you are being cheated on, the consequence or the aftermath is that you will not pick the pieces of that relationship. It will be very difficult for you to pick the pieces of that relationship at one time, at another time in your life, and move on. See, sometimes we have a partner or we have a relationship that is close to our hearts. A relationship that is sacred, that is meant for only the two of us. Everybody has a destination. When people meet, the good and the very beautiful part of relationship sometimes is that some relationships are forever. Some relationships are forever. So the fact that you have met someone in your early 20s or your early 30s and she or he cheats and your relationship is broken, you may not know what life was for you. Sometimes some things will happen, some circumstances might still bring you together, and then you can forget about that scenario in your life and move on and form a very strong relationship, even for eternity. Now, the reality is, vengeance is not a good thing because you don't know the repercussion. Apart from the repercussion, you don't know where you might meet again. And that same person might be the only person for you in your life. So it's not good. When you are throwing something, it's always good for you to know that you might pick it. Let's say you have something valuable. For one reason or the other, you are throwing it away. You should put it at the back of your mind that sometimes you might pick it. And if it is spoiled and destroyed, it's something that you will not like. So vengeance might be good, but the thing is that the effect of vengeance is that you don't come around and pick the pieces. If, for example, we are dating and then I find that you cheat on me, maybe with a friend or with somebody that I don't expect, and I realize that it has been going on for some time and you've cheated, and the only way I want to hurt you is to date your boss or date your closest friend Or you see women going out of their ways to date their spouse or their boyfriend's boss. Because he's your boss, he's even better than you. He's more richer than you,
Yeah.
or more handsome, or more whatever you understand. And you want him to see you in the boss car or in the boss house. You can even go and scheme a situation whereby you'll be in the boss house and he comes and you open the door. I've seen it. So you see,
and they will give him errand. They will send him errand.
yeah. You know,
Yeah,
or even your friend,
because yes, he's actually your boss.
or even your friend that you think you care about so much and you love so much, and you don't know that while you are dating that your lady, your friend used to envy you. So now you have an issue. He jumps at the next opportunity to date her, and she sees a very fantastic idea of hurting you. Now the issue is that she might do that, but what more of, because I told you these relationships you never can tell. What more of if that relationship that you're throwing away is the only relationship that is meaningful, that will be meaningful in your life, and God creates a scenario whereby the two of you will have to come back and be married or be in a more lasting relationship, then how can you justify your action? So sometimes it's not the vengeance, but how do you take that vengeance and where is it taking you? It gives you a satisfaction that now he has seen me with the boss, his boss, or his friend. And another part of it is that mostly we choose the wrong people to do vengeance. Because if you choose a man's friend for vengeance, that friend will not even, he will be in for the moment, but he might not last. Because of what? Because he is not stupid. He has seen the action you've taken against his friend when something happens. Even if it's the boss. I mean, the boss, yes, you are another body, you can explore, you can do whatever, but it still does not give you a hold.
Because you feel that if you can do this to my friend, you can do this to me eventually.
Yeah,
yes.
Definitely.
So sometimes it doesn't add up.
We'll come back to you because I think there's still more on that vengeance. Yes. Now, viewers, we're just starting. Please stay with us. Welcome back. In case you're just joining us, this is Gender Spark, and we're discussing effects of cheating in relationship.
Let me please add up to what Haja just finished saying. I don't know. Some people don't put into consideration the aftermath of their actions. Now, if you date his boss or date his closest friend,
I know somebody who dates the brother.
And situation now brought you back.
For vengeance, she dates the brother. Same mom, same dad.
A situation now brought you back, and that person comes and is in your midst. What would be the thinking? What would be the situation like?
Yes.
It creates tense situation anytime the other person is in the room.
Yes.
Or he's around, from both the boyfriend and the girlfriend, or the man or the woman.
It's not a pleasant thing to do.
Understand? It's not a pleasant thing to do.
But then when you look at it, there are people who actually they stop at nothing to take vengeance.
Yes, I know. But you see, Hassan, the reality is that we are not animals. We are humans. Whatever, we are not school children. By the time you reach the age where you can have a relationship, feel loved, feel whatever, and then when you are cheated, feel pain and something, you are not a school child anymore. You are a responsible person. And then whatever you do, you should be ready to face the consequences of your action. You're not a school child. So if you are being cheated on, that does not mean you should exceed all the limits of responsibility and things, and then you just go and do whatever. I mean, it's okay, you hurt, you feel whatever, but there are ways that people manage their anger. Responsible people manage their anger. It's the responsibility of everybody to learn how to responsibly manage his angry situations like that. Because your happiness does not depend on the action of somebody. If you are you're in a relationship with another person and you think the happiness of your life depends on what he or she does, then something is wrong with you. You should always be in relationship knowing that you have a responsibility to yourself first, and your happiness should not depend on whether somebody goes out with another woman or somebody cheats with another man. I feel we should always define ourselves, define what makes us happy. And it should not include what our child does or does not, or what our husbands do or not, or what our girlfriends do or not. It should not. Because once you have a situation whereby your happiness of life depends on another person, you are doomed. Then you will not have control of your life.
Because eventually
you cannot even manage your life. And as every responsible person, I believe that responsibility to yourself holds. I mean, you can always have another relationship. So if you go do crazy things, go do stupid things, that is the time that you have crisis. Whether you are being cheated on or any crisis, that is the time that you're supposed to withdraw and look back and put some senses and sensibility into your actions.
You see, actually, there's this scenario. Somebody once said that to complete that game, actually, when you talk about cheating in a relationship, she believes if she's in a relationship and her man cheats on her,
she will cheat back.
She said she will not end the relationship, but she wants to pass that frustration. She wants to put him in that situation.
If she cheats back, is he going to know about it?
Yes.
Because there are two situations here. Let me tell you. There are introverts and extroverts humans.
Yes.
And there are people who feel great joy when they know that they are doing things that you can never imagine them doing. And then you are fooling yourself or feeling that you are in control. And there are people who want you to know. Now, those ones that want you to know that I'm dating, okay, you cheated on me, fine, it's okay, we are in a relationship, and then I'm dating somebody else, and you know about it, and in fact, I want you to know about it, so that I want to see if you have the mouth to come and ask me, what are you doing? You know, some have the mouth.
Yeah.
What are you doing? What are you doing with Musa?
Forgetting that they actually did.
Then she will not tell you. So what am I doing with Musa? What are you doing with Zainab? The same thing you are doing with Zainab is the same thing.
With Musa.
Don't take anything out of it. I'm doing with Musa, even if she's not doing much. Maybe he's doing just to have that conversation out and see how it hurts.
Yes.
You know, but the bad ones are those ones that will go behind, and when they are doing it, they are just enjoying and laughing. They don't even want to know whether they don't want you to know. You know, they take it back. They
use it to console
themselves.
Yes. And you know, okay, you are cheating. You have cheated. So now, anytime she is cheating, she is enjoying it and relaxing and doing it more. You know, instead of that is another side of self-pity. There's another side of self-pity. She doesn't even have the guts, or he doesn't even have the guts to come and confront you or make you know that you are dating who and who. You understand? Let me tell you a story. I happened to date in my young years, date someone. I didn't know. At that time, I was married. You know, that kind of marriage that you do when you are 18. In Hausa land at our age, once you are 18, it's a bit, in fact, you are too old man for marriage. So that kind, you know, that situation whereby you get married. Then the marriage didn't last more than 5 months. And in university, I was dating someone. And of course, I was young. I was like 17 or 18. I was 18. And then I was dating someone who was just maybe 19 years, you know. And that kind school something. And unknown to me, I don't know, I happened to be his first girlfriend at 19. Of course, it's expected. I happened to be his first girlfriend. And me, at that time, it wasn't, I got married at 18, but I know what boyfriend-girlfriend relationship was since I was in secondary school, like 15, 16. So I had like 1 or 2 or 3 boyfriends. I knew that one. So what happened was that, at that age, at 19, I was dating him. We were dating. I mean, he comes to the hostel to ask me out, and then we go to reading together. We have this kind rapport, this kind something. So I didn't know. To me, it was just one of those things. But to him, because I was his first love, it was a big issue. So it was, after I was in 200 level and then he was in 300 level. I met someone in the same school who looks better, who, at that time, you understand?
A better swag.
Yeah, and better. I don't really know. Now, something happened, shifting, and then the relationship shifted to that other guy. I didn't know. So we broke up. He was not talking to me. He was, in fact, that first time, the first week that we separated, he was found in doing some rubbish in the university. I mean, they went to carry some people's goat, slaughter. He started doing all kind of outlaw things. He was so frustrated. He was so out of the loop. And then he was brought to the disciplinary committee and stuff like that. Then his friends came to meet me that, look, this guy is just doing this and whatever. And then me, I think my head was shaking. I was not ready. I was not even doing that relationship. I have moved on. But let me tell you what happened. Sometime after we met, sometime after we graduated, he graduated
Before you.
yeah, and it took us 1 or 2 years before graduation. I think he was not talking to me until last year. It's last year when he was passing that he came personally to come and thank me.
I think we want you to continue this story after the break. Yes, viewers, we'll continue this story after the break. Please stay with us. Welcome back. In case you're just joining us, this is Gender Spot, and we're discussing effects of cheating. In relationship. Ajay, you're saying something.
So he came personally like a week before they leave the school. He came. He looked for me. He came to thank me. He said, "You came to thank me for what?" He said, "For making him a better person." I said, "How did I do that?" He said, when you broke my heart, I felt the world was crashing. But I now understand that I needed that to put myself into perspectives. And that was one thing. Then another year after his NYSC, we met again. And we started something that it's like a relationship. Not that kind boyish, girlish something. These ones are people, okay, he has finished his NYSC, I finished my degree, and then we are looking like, okay, there was actually something, a connection. Then he confessed. He told me, you know what? I was looking for you in every woman I met. He said, I cannot count the number of women I dated, and none of them is you. You understand? So there was something about relationship. You don't just see. I broke his heart, but because there wasn't really anything, he didn't come looking for my friend. He didn't do any hurtful things. You understand? We were able to have a rapport, sit, chat, and talk about things that made him strong, that made him this, that. So we became friends for life. You understand? And we were better off as friends than we could ever be as boyfriend girlfriend. You understand? Or as man or wife.
Forgave the goat stealing and slaughtering.
No. That one. Those ones were juvenile things.
Yeah, and it was. I think it was done out of frustration.
But he didn't go drinking. He didn't go drinking. He didn't. There are ways you could do something like that. But it was something. What I was trying to tell you is that vengeance is the worst way of, is the worst effect of cheating. Because once you do that, you don't retract, and things get worse, and you cannot form any other kind of nice relationship, And could you believe that this, my friend that I told you, the 19-year-old, when I was 18, we were in such kind of very good, we are friends, family, things like that. His sisters are like my sisters, he's my sisters. Even if my sisters have issues, they go to him, to talk. It was just because we have passed through that stage. And it's not the love, it wasn't the issue of love. It was issue of mutual respect, understanding, because he has moved on and he understood why.
Another thing about this vengeance thing is, I think it taunts image too. It will taunt your image as a person.
Badly,
because badly. Because when you take out vengeance, though it is a pleasant experience for you, or a pleasant feeling at that point in time. But on a long run, the person
you might even be ashamed.
The person you sought to take vengeance with against the other person, after some time, the person will see you as an irresponsible person.
Yes.
And then starts telling people bad things about you. And it's something that you may not really want to think about the outcome. You just want the other person to feel bad about what he or she did to you. But just slow down about it.
Yes. There's this story about
let me tell you something,
vengeance.
before I forget. Let me tell you something before I get. Sometimes when we feel cheated on, the magnanimity, the way we escalate the affair might not even be so. And then you go and take vengeance that is equal to what you feel at that time.
Besides,
it might not even be.
There is somebody who is out there who may actually make you
Yes.
feel better than this person.
Some cheating, it's not actually. It is your definition. Remember, I told you sometimes cheating is defined by the victim. Sometimes you are not even cheating. You might be in the process. In the process of you are about to cheat, and then you have not cheated. But all scenario, you understand? And you might not. You didn't even cheat, maybe because you thought of your girlfriend or your wife back, and you realize that okay, all the scenario is set, but I don't want to do this. But she has found, somehow she has found out about the relationship or about
then
whatever without even going into your heart or into your mind to know that you actually have the intent to do this, and then she escalates everything. Before you know it, she will be doing more greater crime to you than you have done to her, because you have not even cheated. And then she decides to jump and go and date your friend and sleep with your friend. Do you understand? Because she thinks, So sometimes, the revenge or the vengeance is not worth it. Because
and you see, there's one thing about this vengeance thing. When a woman or a man decides to take vengeance with on a partner with a close friend, you're actually creating a problem. Why I said it's a problem is because apart from the fact that you're not supposed to even take vengeance in that at that very particular point in time, you're also trying to cause a problem between
the both friends.
Yeah,
because it may result into violence.
Yes,
fight, and if they are close friends, they may end up going separate ways simply
because of your selfish interest of taking vengeance.
Now, there's one funny way a woman actually took vengeance. This woman is married, but she was actually cheating, with another guy, cheating on her husband with another guy. And there was a day she went to see the guy. She went to see the guy, and she met another woman. There. So out of anger, frustration,
she's cheating and he's cheating.
Yes, she's cheating and he's cheating. Now, out of frustration, she decided she went out and decided to take vengeance.
On who?
On the guy.
Again. She's forgetting her own crime.
She's committing against her own husband. So she decided to take vengeance on her
Now
own
let's
guy.
even rule the husband out, because for her to want to take vengeance on this guy,
She's not
he
even
loves
thinking.
he loves this guy more than
She's
not even thinking of the
so
husband.
the husband is not even part
He's
of
not
her
even
plan
in the
of life.
picture.
See, but sometimes I try to understand what makes people to try to move away from their original position as either a partner, man or a woman, to now have another younger person. Now we say cheating and all of that. But at times when you fall in love with someone, I was telling you earlier when I was writing a story, and I wanted to define relationship and falling in love. And I realized that the only definition I could come up with is I don't know. Seriously. You understand? And it perfectly fitted the situation. Because if you say, I love so person because of this, the day that thing wins out or disappears, the love ends. But once your people ask you and say, okay, why do you love this guy? And you say, I don't know. You understand? It's a love that will stand a longer time
It stands for
stronger.
Yeah.
So in that kind of situation where you love someone without actually
reason.
Yes, of any reason.
It's better.
And that person,
that kind of love is better.
No,
that the kind of
really,
love is better, actually.
really, I think I feel what you said, because I'm actually talking from experience. Sorry, not because you just said it, but it never occurred to me, because I felt telling my wife I don't really know
Why
I am in, because I'm really crazy about her. But each time she asks me, why are you crazy about me? I don't really know what to say. So I never knew.
There's nothing. There's actually nothing you can pinpoint and say it's
no, and actually
no, there are so
no
many
reason.
things, but I
But
can't
you
really
can't say
think my own, reason.
Because this person is just an embodiment of everything you've ever wanted.
Yes.
No, so you just don't know.
There's something you don't know. Since it is the I don't know time.
Okay. But please, before you say that, I will go break.
Yeah.
Viewers, I know you're enjoying this. We'll be right back. Stay with us. Welcome back. In case you're just joining us, this is Gender Spark, and we're discussing effects of cheating in relationship.
Yes.
And the issue is that we don't really know.
No. You see, I was trying to say something. Let's bring back what Pams had said about
not
knowing.
No, about people trying to define why they love this
somebody.
Something. Those reasons. The same reason you see. Be in a relationship with a woman or a man for, let's say, the first time you meet the person, let's say for the first few months or the first few years, and you love him for especially this, and you love her because she has a very quiet nature. I love her because she's very sympathetic. I love him because he is so cozy and he's so cool-headed. Then you get into marriage. After 2-3 years, you're cool-headed guy. He's still cool-headed. And you are so angry because he's cool-headed. The same things that we've been that attract us to our spouse.
They repel us much later.
After marriage, you find out that they are the same quality.
That repels.
that make us shout. Now, a woman that has this quiet nature, who doesn't like trouble, and then she is in your house, her quiet nature is so annoying because she keeps quiet on everything.
When you want to make a conversation,
when you want to,
so she's not.
You understand? So she's no more exciting. So we have to be careful. The I don't know is a good idea. You are supposed not to know why you love somebody. If you decide that you know, and you love him because he's this, he's that, I'm telling you that there could be a situation whereby those same quality is a reality check. that you admire so much, that you are ready to give your heart to, might be the same thing that is a turn off for you after spending some years with that person. You understand? So the idea of cheating and making yourself feel that this cool-headed girl or cool-headed person, the person that I have underrated, that under normal circumstances, I'm not even feeling that he could do this to me. You know, that is what break us.
Yes, yeah.
You know,
that is
when
the
a
main
woman
under
yes, when you have already defined someone, define their action, love them for that thing that you think they are not capable of doing. That's what brings the katakata. When they do it, you get so angry, you get so mad that this one, how you understand? That is what makes you go crazy, go gaga. Me, okay, this one, you understand? How? Because you have underrated the person. You have, so mostly the anger is in underrating, and because of that, you feel, you understand? You feel, that is when you feel destructive. You become destructive. This person that cannot do this to me, he did this, I'm going to show him, I'm going to make his life miserable, because you have already underrated the person.
So
you hardly see a situation of cheating where the person is overrated and then the one that's been cheated on is saying, I'm going to make your life miserable. You hardly see it. Yeah. If you see somebody wants to take vengeance, wants to destroy, wants to make someone's life miserable, it's because he has underrated, or she has underrated that person to the lowest level. And for that person to come and do this, I am going to teach her, or I am going to teach you. That is the level, you understand, of the vengeance, where you feel so slapped, so me. You know, that will disturb you for a very long time.
Yes, because when you're talking, and I am actually looking at this scenario of, when two people are actually having a brawl, fight, and one slapped this, and he felt, what? This one slapped me,
and then you
prompts the vengeance.
Yes,
you just want to show this person
emotional
that you can't get away with it.
When you overrate somebody and you know that he can do that, and he does, it's easier.
It's not
as painful
as
like there's a friend of ours. Sorry, he's late now. He used to have this wife that always put him in his place, and he will always tell us, he said, look, my wife doesn't care whatever I do. And he said there was a situation where he traveled to where they were based, and for a weekend. He came on a Friday and said he was going back on a Saturday, not knowing to the wife that he came with a girlfriend, a lodger in a hotel, went and slept one night in the house, and took everything that he was going back to Abuja. Then he now went to the hotel.
Oh my God.
Only for her to see him on Saturday morning, because he told her that he was buying stuff and taking it to Abuja. Only for her, when she was taking the kids to school and she was coming back. Okay, she was.
Why did she follow that route?
No, normal. It's a normal thing. He went to buy things from a person that was a customer to them. They're always buying building.
Buy things for who? For his house or for the girlfriend?
For the girlfriend.
For him.
Okay,
for their building. Their building.
Okay.
He went to buy, and then he went there and was discussing price issues. And she saw him in the car with girlfriend. You understand? And she drove ahead of them, and then called his line.
For him.
You understand? And she asked him,
where are you?
So person, you didn't even bother to call me. He said, I was so very tired. When I was at this leave, I'm just trying to get ready to
seriously
to work now. You say, okay.
He's on the Africa.
Like you're lying under my nose.
You understand? And she told him glaringly that, look,
only God will save him.
I'm seeing a car that looked like yours. And because the man felt guilt, you understand? He said, really? You can catch me if it's my car. He entered his car.
What? Did he assume that it's his car?
He said, "Catch me if it is my car." I was wondering why he made that kind of statement. And he entered his car. He did not finish discussing the business. And he turned his car and started driving to Abuja, thinking that the wife will follow him and they will start running.
That's it.
So, sometimes
did she continue catching?
No.
She didn't catch.
Just allow him. And she laughed off. He said, "This is her husband." He was start trying to tell her that, look, his wife will always put him in his place. And before he gets back to her, he will know exactly what to say, what to do, how to do, and how to even come back home. You understand? And she'll always look at him,
she'll accept
him, and then preach. He said his wife is always preaching at him. So at that point in time that he was telling us that story, he was at a repentance level.
No, she was able to.
Now it's one thing. It's one thing for women to actually understand this aspect, because if you understand it, you won't stress your head too much about the issue. Yeah. Because this your story now brought to my memory a similar story that happened. The guy told the wife that he's traveling, and then he left. So he was with another girl. They were on the streets because he had told the wife that he was traveling. So the wife went to see a friend, and the friend went to that area that the husband where he said, "Please let me just pick up something from this place." So they went together. When he saw the wife, because I've already told you that my husband traveled, so he told the wife, "Say, is that not your husband?" The husband was facing the opposite direction. Yes. So he said, "Is that not your husband?" He said,
"How
no,
can he be my husband?
My husband. I told you he traveled now. Somebody who called me, he even gave me the phone to speak to his friend that he went to meet there. So to show how strategic the guy, he told her, I'm in Femi's place, so, and she knows that Femi lives in Lagos. So he gave the phone to Femi and all that. So she believes 100%. That cannot be my husband. He looks like my husband. So he said, we are calling him to confirm. She called him, and the guy actually picked. So when he picked, he said, So in order not to ask the question so that he cannot have the avenue to lie, he said, "So you did travel to Lagos and you told me you were traveling to Lagos. I said, are you okay? I'm in Lagos." He said, "But I'm seeing you right now. You are putting on." He said, "No, I'm in Lagos. As I'm talking to you now, I'm in the traffic jam." And he said, "Oh, yeah, turn around. Let me see you." No one cared. He pretended like he had leg problem. He started throwing his leg, and he said,
started limping.
Started limping, and he crossed the other side of the road. He was still making the call. She cut the call. The person was the husband. He put the phone in the air and he was talking. He said, "I told you that cannot be my husband. Does my husband limp? My husband does not have leg problem." When the guy got to a safe place, he like.
That was viewers, thank you very much for watching us. Thank you for being part of the program. Without you, Gender Sport will not be the program it is. And from all of us on Gender Sport, we're saying bye.
Ciao. Bye.